Well, well, well. Hi out there. Sig CT, 22nd day of October, 2008. Guess what? This coat's not on by accident. Got in about 10 o'clock. Cold out there. In fact, they say we may even have a few snowflakes before morning. That'll make you shiver your bones a little bit. I had on a thin shirt, the little sports jacket. Boy, I got in the house and put this winter coat on to go out and put the car in the garage and close it up because it's too darn cold. Well, you know, considering the fact that Mrs. Riggs, Donna, and I were both born within 10 miles, give or take, of the Mason-Dixon line separating Oklahoma from Kansas. Yeah, I was a little further west. She was at Anthony, Kansas, and I was out at Keys, Oklahoma. I was really out in the Panhandle, and she was not, but she wasn't that far away from it either. But anyway, from time to time over the years, she's let me know, you are an Okie. Well, certainly I'm not an Okie from Muskogee, but I'm Oklahoma born. I'm an Okie. Grew up with that football team down there in Norman, Oklahoma being so good, still is. So I never felt bad about being an Okie. But, you know, the prejudice that centered in and around the Okies all going out to California during the Dust Bowl days and being a liability socially out there and being mistreated, lots of prejudice against them, probably as prejudiced a group, as much prejudice against the Okie group out there in California as against any of the different groups that have immigrated to the United States, including the current ones. But at least she would cut me a little slack and say, you at least have not ever put 2 mattresses on top of the car. I think she'd seen a couple of those movies and maybe read The Grapes of Wrath, and, you know, she just associated the 2 mattresses on top of a car as really, really being an Okie. Well, you guessed it. Something happened. As we got ready to move from Enid, Oklahoma out to Colorado, didn't have any money, borrowed money from an insurance company so that we could go. Had moved cheap. So went down to U-Haul and looked around. They had a huge trailer, double-axled. Yes, the old 58 Ford we had could pull it. They put a hitch on the Ford for me. Had rented, of course. And the particular trailer that looked in the best shape, I said, I want that one, but you got one wheel there that the tire is not good. I want you to put a new tire or a new wheel and tire on there so that we're in good shape. Well, they did. Unfortunately, I was going to find out later that whatever kid they sent out there to do it, he didn't really understand the importance of setting those lug nuts down tight, tight, tight. But we took the trailer, took it to the house, got rid of a lot of stuff, got it down to where what we had in that trailer was what was going with us to Colorado. Hitched up, headed west. Kids were all being good. Trip's going fine, and we get out west of Fairview, Oklahoma, where my mother called it home, at least in that area west of Fairview, at the time she met my dad. Well, we're out there on the west side of Fairview. Boy, I mean, it's some dipsy doodles out there. There's not no big mountains there, but it's the kind of hilly country that a wheat farmer likes flat ground like my dad. First time I was old enough to be aware of what he was saying when we went out to visit Mom's people that still lived out in that area, I heard him shaking his head and saying, this surely must be the country that God forgot. See, to a wheat farmer, that rolling country, couldn't plant any wheat, couldn't plant any barley. Not good country to him. Of course, Mom's older sister, Mary, married Mr. Gosney, rancher. He made a very, very good living out there, and I think his descendants, at least some of them have stayed there. I know they have, and they're doing quite well in that country. But old wheat farmer dad, not good country. But we're in that country. rolling right along. And out of the corner of my eye, I see motion where there shouldn't be motion. And I take a look. My gosh, that's a wheel. I don't know why a wheel will pass you, but maybe the drop of it had already slowed us down without me being aware of it. But the wheel's going off. It goes off the road. It goes down into the valley. Lots of underbrush and stuff down there. I knew I'd never get that wheel back. I didn't even go down there looking. Managed to get off the road. Got a ride to a telephone. You know, no cell phones in those days. Called back and they said, yep, we'll take care of you. And I think I specifically requested, bring out a new wheel and some lug nuts. They didn't. They brought out a duplicate trailer. Oh, darn. Dumb people, they must never have moved, never packed. There is no way you can unload a tightly packed trailer, even in your front yard with a week to work on it, and get it to reload exactly the same way and everything go back in there. And on the side of the road with just your boy and your his mama to help while the older girl watches the two little ones? Impossible. So you guessed it. We did arrive in Colorado with 2 mattresses on top of the car. I am an Okie. It was confirmed. There was no way around it. Well, it's not too bad to be an Okie. Incidentally, you probably wonder, what the heck am I doing with what looks like a winter coat on? I've got a winter coat on because Kansas, this is the 22nd of October. We've had wonderful weather, but boy, in the last 24 to 36 hours, we have had a tremendous amount of rain, and now they're saying before morning, maybe a few flakes of snow. Whether we get the snow or not, we're going to get the temperature. And when we came in at about 9 o'clock, I was cold. The first thing I did is run in here and take off the sports jacket, put a decent coat on, and go out and put the car up. God bless you all. Have a good night. Thanks for listening.